What is going on, YouTube? This is Rodney with You Know It, Naftastic EDC, one of the small channels here on the great wide world of YouTube that has all kinds of knives and likes to mod and tinker. Don't do it professionally for services. I might one day, or if you're interested, reach out and maybe I'll do something. But for the most part, I do it just to my own knives because I enjoy making knives mine. Now, in a previous video, we showed the Twosun TS273. And it's a very nice knife. It has the orange scales, or orange scale, because it's only on one side. And I'm not a big fan of orange. Y'all probably noticed from previous videos that I generally dye those scales a different color. For some reason, they like orange, and this is the scale that come off of it. It's one-sided, so it's not symmetrical, and I had a hard time getting it off because I watched a video that one of my subscribers, Cortez, sent me a link to OCD for EDC, and he was removing it with a soldering gun and a pick and pushing on it through one of the pinholes. While my hole was there, it was very, very minute. I mean, not even big enough to get a toothpick in or a needle. Very, very tiny. So that option wasn't available for me. So what I did was I carried it to work and I drilled a small series of holes and used air pressure, as also by a recommendation of another YouTuber, Mr. Kluver. Thank you very much, Steve, for that input and advice. And I ended up, I did not use hot water. All I did was use the compressed air and was gentle with it. And like I said, I had a multitude of holes that I was planning on turning into speed holes or lightning holes. So I was able to blow across the entire back of the scale. And you can sort of see the series of holes that I drilled in the titanium to be able to blow this off. And I got it off without any damage to this, and I used this basically as a template for making the scale from the Raffir. Now, while I have enough material left, I had one chunk that I used in a different project, and I have enough to make one more scale. Now, basically, you can see the scale shape on there, and it's basically a matter of grinding, cutting the material down in thickness, and a lot of file work and sanding work to get it just right. This was not easy. It didn't take me too long to do it, but it was time consuming, and the whole time I was doing it, I was scared I was going to miss a contour and the gaps were just going to be like crazy and look horrible. With that said, I think it come out pretty good. And I know y'all been watching and listening, and you're like, show the knife, show the knife. So at least I hope you're saying show the knife, show the knife. I'm going to show you the knife. Now, it is not together, so we're going to show you, but I wanted to show you the back side of it, and I could not do that with it assembled. So I have it apart. So we're going to show you the scale side, and then we're going to put it back together and see what it looks like as a assembled unit. So here we go. The Twosun TS273 with Raffir, Uranium, SFX 3-stage blue. Now, I really like the contrasting color of this gray blending with the natural raw titanium. It's a really, it looks really good to me. The blend lines where I got it in and out around the contours, you can see there is no gaps. In a couple spots, it looks like there's a gap or a crack, but that's just the shadows of the epoxy. Ooh, I'm rocking the table. That's just the shadows of the epoxy in there. I got the contours really good. There's one slight little spot right here that's probably maybe 10 thou worth that doesn't go into the corner. But you can see from the angles that there's no gaps. Now this took a lot of fitting, putting in place, and taking back out and putting back in. And what I did is I rounded it basically just like the scale that was on there. And then I did a high polished sand on it. I may eventually completely contour it and blend it to the titanium to where there is no blend lines. I've thought about doing that, but I sort of like the raised feature because this one was also raised. So, and it's already pretty thin, so depending on how I grind on that or sand, buff, polish, it would be pretty thin and brittle. And I still might remove it. I have some Babinga scales, wood blocks that I got that I might do some nice wooden scales on. Right now, this scale is a press-in. There is no glue. And that's the fit that I have on it. It's a press-in. It's not falling out, no rattle, no shake. It's nice and solid. And the series of lightning holes I did, you know, I started out with basically a pattern of all the same size across. And then to give it a little bit of an aesthetic, I ramped up the size of the hole from a 3/16 to a quarter to a 3/8. And I thought about going bigger, but I think that's good for now. I can always change it later on. Y'all let me know what you think, how I did on this scale mod. Now what this is basically aluminum chips in epoxy, a 3-stage epoxy that glows in the dark. It's this color in like artificial light in your house, like you're seeing now under this artificial light. In sunlight, UV makes it blue, and then it glows in the dark when you charge it with a flashlight. I'm going to try to show that to a degree. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to show, but we'll show with I have a little UV light that I got from a YouTuber friend of mine, Berg Knife, and I use this thing all the time. And you can see the blue right before your eyes, how sunlight would get it to go blue. And then this can show a green effect. You can sort of see the ripple, almost like dragon scales, almost like a Damascus. Now I'm going to try to cut the lights off in here to a degree and see how much charge we have. And you can sort of see the glow in the dark effect that this has. That light really doesn't charge it very well. And I got another light in the back of the room. Let me cut it off. Okay, now we're in the complete darkness. And we'll get a good charge on this. Isn't that cool, guys? And you can see it through the backside also. And it's got a pretty good charge rate. Of course, when you cut the natural light back on, it'll go away. But it gives a nice look. And that's what it looks like when it's glow in the dark. And then back to natural light. I'll turn this light on. And then we have the UV, which I really like this feature where it turns it blue. Oop, wrong light. I think that's awesome. And that color. Now, you know, maybe a bronze will look good too, but I think that the natural gray looks good against the raw titanium. All right, with that being said, let's get this thing back together. Now, I'm not used to assembling knives behind camera, so bear with me if I do something backwards or wrong, but we'll put all this hardware out here. we got everything in the bag saved up. Okay. Now we will do that. We got the pivot. We got the stop. Yeah, I notice now that most of the newer Twosuns are coming with that D-shaped pivot, which really is a nice feature to have when you have to put Loctite on your knives to keep the detent, not the detent, but the action like you like it, so it doesn't back off. When you're really fidgety with your knives, they take off and go everywhere. All right, we got the back spacer. And we got a bearing, and these have a little bit of oil on them, and I've been trying something new here recently to where I don't use a lot of oil. So we're going to put this together without any lubrication. Just get the screws over here. We're going to open that up. We're going to take the other bearing, put that on there. Take the racetrack washer. And I've got the detent lined up roughly. And we'll put this on. I think that's it. I'm going to line that up. Slide that through there. Oop, I'm forgetting something, ain't I? That can't go that way. Get that seated. Okay, I need to get my screwdrivers out. A T8. My Torx. Get that snugged up. I gotta put the clip through here. Almost forgot to get the clip on there, and that makes a big difference. And the screw for the clip. Also a T8. We'll snug this up slightly. We'll back off of that. We'll get that tight, bring that blade in the center. And there is the assembled Twosun TS273. And this is nice, but I think a stone wash would look good on this. And that's something I'm thinking about starting to do, is doing some stone washing, acid etching, along with the anode work that I do here and there. I might offer services. If y'all think I should offer services for knife mods or whatever, you know, y'all see some of the stuff I do. If anybody's interested, let me know. I mean, I don't really know if there would be an interest in it. I have such a small channel. I'm not as popular as a lot of other guys, but yeah, that's okay. Maybe I'll get out there and get known, and can do something for somebody if they're interested. But this is and you can see in this far corner, it looks like it's out, but that's just the lay of the chips that lay in there. I think I did a pretty good job on the contours. There is no cracks or voids. Like I said, these details right here really look like there is a gap, but if I'm gonna try to zoom in, well, that don't do nothing there. But you can see there is no gap there. That's just a shadow of the material in that corner. I thought it was pretty cool, the aluminum chips. You know, something normally that's something we would throw away. But that's the Twosun TS273, y'all. Y'all let me know what you think. You know, I think I did a good job. It'd be nice to hear y'all's thoughts. Do you like it, or it's not what you thought it was going to be? But yeah, the action on this, once you get it past that, it probably could use a little oil and it'd be a little more drop shutty. So I might take it back apart and put just a drop of oil on there. D10 is good. This thing just feels great in hand. And now with the change from the orange to the Raffir, still thinking about taking this and doing it black or a blue or a burgundy. It's going to have to be a dark color. And the bad thing about orange, a lot of the blues, blacks, purples, burgundies are all on the darker side. So it's got to be a dark color. I don't know, maybe I could do a yellow. I don't know if yellow would work. But yeah, that's the removable scale. And like I said, I do have enough to make another one. If someone is interested, they can get up in touch with me, send me their knife. I will remove the scale and fab the new piece and mail it back to them, and we can discuss a price. Yeah, so let me know what you think. I have a little extra chunk I'm thinking about making a little keychain fob out of or something. Or, hey, I got an idea. I could make the backspacer out of this. That's an idea. Make the backspacer out of this material. I did that on another knife, and it came out really good. So I think I just found a use for this knife, and I actually probably have enough material to do two. So if I ended up doing another one of these, I could do the scale and the backspacer. And then what do you think about the Babinga? I think it has a nice grain to it. I think it would come out good. I need to learn how to stabilize wood because I'm scared it would crack and deform or whatever. I'm not real familiar with woods. Anyway, that's what I got for y'all guys. This is Rodney, Naftastic EDC. Sorry it kept you so long. I still have a couple videos to do, and I will be doing I reckon trying to do the announcement or the giveaway video. I have gotten a few subscribers, but we're going to be doing very soon as soon as I get the count, we're doing a 750 giveaway, and I'm going to do all the box of prizes I showed all in one fell swoop. So like, I think I got 3 or 4 knives, a couple Twosuns, some gadgets, some flashlights, some EDC stuff, I think, too. So it's going to be a nice giveaway, and I look forward, and I hope y'all do too. Until next time, keep that edge right. Oh, and let me show you. I don't know if I showed this knife in pocket the other day, because this is not a deep carry. What are you talking about? A 1/2 inch of knife sticking out? And then in the real reason, because Jesus is the real thing. God bless America. Y'all take care. Please like, subscribe, turn those bells on. Y'all take care now. This is Rodney, Knifetastic EDC, and I'm rambling on like I always do, because I can't remember what I said. I get up at 3 o'clock every morning, guys. Forgive me. Love y'all. Mean it. Bye.